Oh boy, here we are. We are back live in my kitchen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Iron Shep. I am your host, it's the Chefy, and today we're cooking something very exciting. Today we are going to be cooking a pan-seared steak. I have never made a steak for myself in the past, and I have chosen a recipe that's a little bit more complicated than simply throwing it in the pan, searing it, then eating it. There's a little bit of mushrooms, okay? There's a little bit of seasoning, okay? There's also a Caprese salad on the side that we're going to do. So before we get started on all of that, though, how's everybody doing? We got Phoenix. We're not playing Bible Black ever. Is that even a game? RPG fan says first. Nope, Phoenix was here first. How you doing, RPG fan? Welcome back to the stream, my friend. We got Nalord, who has deigned to watch my stream he's just doing it pretty much 2 or 3 times a month at this point because he will not play for some reason, it doesn't want to be spoiled on a game that's been out since the goddamn 90s or something like that. Dude, did you shave? Not today. Strictly speaking, not today. Sync says bold, I like it. It's a game. Is it a game? Is it a game, though? Phoenix is a pervert. Just flat out. He's 100% just a pervert. There's no getting around it now. I mean, why kid ourselves when we can speak truth to power? So I hope everybody's doing well. Technically, yes, but Bible Black isn't my cup of... Oh, okay, yeah, alright. Sync, it's nice to see you again. I'm starting to really enjoy these, Iron Shep episodes because a lot of people from my audience seem to be really only tuning in for them, either because they want to or because they have to, but it's nice to get reconnected with people that I missed during the week. South Park, Stake of Truth is a game. Yo, okay, Yoda rapping, let's talk about South Park for a second. I have been playing a lot of the second South Park game there, the Fractured but Whole, and I've been really enjoying it.
Motherfucking life.
Woo!
Angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat, $ eyes. Fill a warehouse full of Van Goghs twice.
IDK what I just did, but apparently I threw some gifts.
More on that in a bit. By the way, Classic Ninja, I think I got scammed on that apron. I sent an email, I want to say on Friday, but Friday afternoon or evening. What's wrong with my camera? Can you refocus on me, please? Camera, are we not refocusing? Let me see if I can get the camera to come back to me. There we go. I think I got scammed on that apron. I haven't heard from the people who apparently run the website or whatever. So I might have to, if I don't hear from them by like Monday or Tuesday, I'm just going to report their site as a scam, and I'm going to try something else. Hey, it's no worries, Classic Ninja. I mean, technically it was your money, so... but I did the best that I could. I wanted to find a good one, but I don't know. It's been, like, this is the second week. We're going into week 3. I don't know how long it takes them to ship an apron or make it. I very much doubt they had them in stock. I think it's something that they make on the fly. But, yeah, I'm probably just going to light them up on PayPal because they use PayPal for payment processing, so I'll just notify PayPal that it's probably a scam or inactive. And who knows, they will probably not refund my money. Did you get half off for September? Oh, that's true. September is still going. So if you've never subscribed before, you can subscribe for $2.50 for straight $2.50. You can subscribe to It's the Sheppy and get all the benefits that come with that. No ads if you're the kind of person who doesn't already run an ad blocker. You can also get all my emotes. There's like 4 of them. Or 5. That's pretty fun. You can join the subscriber channel on my Discord. Someone will post in that this month, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Could be you. What else do you get if you subscribe? You get a little dinky next to your name? I don't know. Subscribing is probably the least efficient way to support me, but people like it because emotes are fun and it creates a little notification. I do a little dance. It's really all there for you. Coco may not be able to guide your hips, but I'm here. All right, Galefire. Well, I hope you know a thing or two about cooking steak, because that's what we're cooking today. And it's one of the reasons why I'm killing so much time, is this thing needs to thaw for at least 30 minutes. I mean, not thaw, I just bought it today from the grocery store, and it's been sitting in my fridge until about 10 minutes ago. So it needs to rest for a while. So while that is resting and getting itself into about room temperature, we're going to be doing other stuff that we need to do. The sound drop? Yes, the sound drop is a lot of fun. Everyone loves the sound drop. I know absolutely nothing about cooking anything. Well, that's fun and useful. So, Classic Ninja, thank you very much for the subscription, and I'm still holding out hope that apron will get here. And if any of you want me to wear an apron of your choosing, just give me the money for it. It's usually around $20. Just donate that and tell me what you want me to wear. Alright. Also, as usual, the jukebox is live, ! Jukebox in the chat if you need instructions on how to use or play music on the jukebox. Otherwise, it'll just play from my sort of chillax playlist, and it's, I don't know. I mean, you just listen to it now. Yep, so it's going to be a lot of that. And recipe in the chat if you want the recipe for the thing I will be cooking. There we go. Ooh. This might be a little too lively to be like proper bar music. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a caprese salad. We're going to make that while we're waiting for the steak to warm up a little bit. The nice thing about a caprese salad is it's super easy to make. It's mega tasty, and it is served at room temperature, so we can prepare that first thing and then focus all of our attention on the steak. So isn't that nice? Also, I've got some mushrooms here. We've got some basic sliced mushrooms. We've got, I don't know if we're going to use any of this like steak seasoning. I don't even know what steak seasoning really is, and I don't know, we might. We've also got a little bit of thyme. Apparently that can go on the steak as well. I don't think very much, but a little bit of that. I've got a couple of tomats. You know, a little bit of tomats here for you. We got the basil leaves. Boom. We've got a little bit of garlic. That is not going on the salad. That will be 100% the steak. We've got the balsamic vinegar of Modena from Taste of Inspirations. When I went shopping today, I forgot to get the balsamic, and I had to hop back in my car and drive back to the supermarket and buy a little more. Boy, was I salty. We got a little butter, we got a little salt and pep, we got a little classic olive oil here. I think we're ready to start cooking. The seasoning's quiet, but I can hear it. Music. All right, I can bring the music up just a little bit. I'm going to bring the music up just a little bit, but I don't want to get too extreme. And oh, look at that. Floofy is putting in some Undertale. I need to watch that VOD. I need to watch you beating the Pacifist Run. Pacifist Run? Now, I told you that there was an emotional gut punch coming. Did it hit you as hard as it hit me? Because I cried. I cried quite a bit. I did play the entire game all in one run, so it kind of makes sense that I was a little emotional by the end of it. There was a lot of emotions in that game, but yes, dog theme is a lot of fun. I was a goddamn fucking mess. Oh, when he hugs him! Oh, when he hugged him! It's a very bittersweet game. It's a very, very fun, but very melancholy kind of game when you really get down to it, because a lot of it is just about a community of people processing the death of a child. And just how it just sort of leaves an empty hole. And you just kind of have to keep on living. It's when you dissect the game that much, it's a little dark, but oh boy, is it a special experience. Too bad the Undertale community is cancer. Phoenix, a broken clock is right twice a day, and you occasionally say something smart. You're absolutely right. The Undertale community is a disgrace. If you go to the Undertale Reddit, it's a cesspool of endless 14-year-old edgy memes, and it's terrible. But it's a fantastic game, and I had the privilege of playing it before it was cool. No, it was already cool by the time I played it, but it hadn't been taken over by junior high schoolers. which was super nice. I'm gonna start making the caprese salad now. So to make a caprese salad, you really don't need much in the way of ingredients. You need some basil, you need some balsamic, you need some tomatoes, you need some fresh mozzarella, and I looked up a few recipes for caprese salads just to see if there's anything a little bit extra that I can do for it for the purposes of this show, and they say sprinkle a little olive oil on there. So I think we're gonna give that a try. Might add a little bit of a gooey sort of oily texture to it. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I had my chat locked down to follower only. Yes, yeah, her chat was locked down like crazy. I was more shocked that there were many things I had never even seen while watching Floofy's first run, and I binged all things Undertale when it came out. Hey, I didn't know until Floofy did it that if you keep pestering Papyrus about his puzzle, he just walks away from it. And Floofy did that twice and robbed herself of the punchline to that joke, which I thought was funny the first time, but then the second time, when she did the exact same thing, I was like, Floofy, no! Floofy, try to do the puzzle! God, it's such a good... Floofy, did you... The punchline was Metaton doing it? Well, the punchline is Metaton actually doing the puzzle later on. Yes, that is true. But the punchline in that moment is one of my favorites in the whole series. And to watch Floofy basically bypass it twice, I was just like, ah! And when she started stabbing Goat Mom, I thought I was going to have to walk away from the stream. Seriously, I didn't think I could watch that shit. I was getting so nervous. Because, Floofy, did anyone tell you the secret about Goat Mom? I mean, you've beat the pacifist run, so I feel like it might be safe to tell you stuff about it. But you tell me if you feel like that's okay. I'm going to switch over to the counter view so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Ooh, my camera is not in a good spot. You know where would be a better place for my camera? It would be over here, covering up the monitor. Like, you guys don't need to see that shit. Okay. Sniff did now, though. Wait, no, it was someone else. Okay, what was it, then, that you were told about Goat Mom? And that might have been the thing I was really, really worried about. Okay. This might not be the right knife for this. Let me try a different knife here. There we go. That's a little bit better. So, making the caprese salad, you want thick slices of tomato. Like, you want really thick slices of tomato. Wait, no, but that she won't kill you. Not that she won't kill you, no. No, and I have to actually watch the Asgore killing himself thing, because I didn't know that he did that. I just flat out did not know that he did that. That's interesting to learn. But no, the secret about Goat Mom is Toby Fox was smart enough to realize that some people might try to attack her just enough to wound her, to whittle her down, to try to mercy her after doing some damage. So if you get her past, I think it's half health or something like that, if you get her just past half health and then you hit her one more time, it just does the rest of her health as damage and kills her. It's supposed to shock you. Which I really liked. It made violence seem very scary and something you really need to commit. If you're gonna do a violent run, you're gonna want to commit wholly to that because it's risky. So yeah, I was very, very worried that that's the path you were going. I felt really worried that you were actually going to try to wound Goat Mom, because yeah, that don't work. Okay, so let's move my nice thick tomato slices out of the way. Is this one good? Let me core this one. It's still usable. By the way, if the entire rest of the happy hour stream, or not the happy hour, sorry, the Iron Shep was just Undertale music, y'all ain't gonna make me mad. I'll tell you that right now. Undertale music is it's so good that I intentionally don't play it very much because I don't want to ruin it for myself. The demo actually encouraged you to whittle down monsters' health before sparing them. Yeah, and that's why it's to lure you in, because Toby Fox is a goddamn bastard. Oh yeah, then he reloaded his save afterwards and he was completely shocked, and then Flowey called him out for save scumming. Yes, Flowey calls... Yeah, the game does that in a lot of instances. The game pays attention to how you play it in ways that are pretty surprising. Oh, I wondered if Sean Chiplock has his Undertale song on YouTube. He's got it on SoundCloud. Sean Chiplock Undertale song? The Flowey shaming thing is some neat foreshadowing. So in my opinion, it's a shame that so many people are over here to try to scare people and doing the fight the right way the first time. Yeah, the community is a little cancerous in that respect, trying to get people to play the game to get experiences that they themselves got or would like to see other people get, versus letting people just get the experiences that they deserve. You know, let people earn the experiences that they get themselves. So this next bit, you have to slice the mozzarella into about equal thickness slices. Now, there's obviously more tomato slices here than I'm going to need, but I didn't think that one tomato would be enough to make for a decent caprese salad. So what I'm trying to do here is get some nice even slices of mozzarella. If y'all have never made a caprese salad before, or even really had one, you really should. I mean, I get it if you're not a fan of tomatoes, which, like, what kind of horrible monster are you? But a caprese salad, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's Caprese or something like that, I don't know. But it's incredibly easy to make and very tasty. It's one of my favorite dishes overall. I'm gonna try to get... Yeah, I got a couple extra slices out of that one. Okay. It's a horrible game to stream, unless you do it like Floofy did, which is all moderators on deck and lock down your chat. That worked like a treat. Okay. So... Ooh. Mario Galaxy? I can get behind that. So, this is going to be our plate. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in like a little bit of a kind of a semicircle here. Here, I'm going to try to get it on camera for y'all. So you alternate. You go tomato, mozzarella, and then tomato, mozzarella, and then tomato. These tomato slices may have been a bit too thick, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Tomato, mozzarella, a little bit of tomato, mozzarella, a little bit of tomato, a little bit of mozzarella, and then we have a little bit left over, so let's do just a tomato and a mozzarella there in the center. There we go. And hey, a little reward for me. Straight up mozzarella. Tasty. Okay. Hey, Sham Bams! What's up, Sham Bams? Right now I'm working my way through making my caprese salad while the steak slowly makes its way towards room temperature. In fact, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pop it out of its cellophane here to really let it get to that room temp. But we're not focusing on that yet. We'll get to the steak in a sec. All right. Next, we need to do the basil leaves. So let's move the salad to the side. Let's cut open my basil leaves here. These are, I don't know how fresh these are, honestly. Organic basil. Fresh herbs are great for using meats, vegetables, soups, etc. All right. So basil's really more of an herb than anything else, isn't it? Oh, look, it's actually like a full stem. Isn't that interesting? All right, so wet them down. Hello, all. Miss Powell, welcome back, Miss Powell. What is the little jazz hands thing that I do? That's just for you. Ranlin's in the house. Now that I think on it, I can totally see Phoenix Wright named Mozzarella. Does Phoenix Wright do that thing where the characters are named after foods and stuff? Alright. So let's cut the stems off here. We're preparing the basil. Wow, Sheppy Cox, not cooks. This is important. Wait, I don't. There's no. The Cox isn't written anywhere. Aim Blaze. Don't make fun. Hey, Angel Woman, welcome back to the stream, Angel Woman. It's nice to see you again. Basil's an herb and usually used with other spices. Well, not for a caprese salad. In caprese salad, basil just goes right on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? All right, we'll move that out of the way. This is garbage. By the way, Big Shep, I did some cooking myself. Did you, my friend? What sort of cooking did you do? All right, we're gonna rip up the leaves a little bit. Get some nice basil down on this plate here. But I don't want like full leaves of basil, you know? Too much basil is too much. You don't want to go too crazy with the basil here. By the way, this could probably be a full meal. Not a fan of tomatoes? Man, I am legit curious about like people who say that they're not fans of tomatoes. Like, what about tomatoes do you not like? They're tasty. They're wonderful veggies. See for yourself? Okay. Let me take a look at this. Oh, you made some cookies. Look at that. Didn't I have? Oh, I guess I have it. Oh no, I can't show it on stream. I don't have it set up to show on stream. But that's very nice. You made some cookies. That's very cool. They look very good. My dad puts. You don't like the texture? Interesting. I always found it to be very soft. Do you not like things with a really soft texture? I'm not going for like full coverage, but I am going for like a decent amount of green. Okay, so there you go. So you got a little bit of green on your caprese salad here. You're not into soft texture? That's weird, huh? I love soft texture foods. It's my favorite. Is it rude to say that they look homemade? Homemade looks better, honestly. It's not rude. If something tells me that something looks homemade, that just makes me more interested in it. I'm pretty cold on stuff that looks like factory made. Homemade. Hey, what up, Fellhead? Have you been around here before? I don't know if we've seen you around these parts before. Always love to see new names in the chat. I've been here a few times. Oh, alright, cool. Sorry I don't have a better memory then. Okay, so now we've got our caprese salad pretty much ready to go. Now we just need to add some balsamic. Now, this is the problem with the balsamic is it's easy to get a little too crazy with this. So I'm gonna try to be very gentle here to spread it around very nice. I mean, it's like once a month over like 5 months, so I don't blame you. Oh, okay. You're gonna watch Slappy clap food cheeks? I'm clapping these food cheeks like crazy. You can never get too crazy with the balsamic. Yeah, but you don't want it to be like a soup. You know, I don't want my caprese salad to be soupy. So I just want to get a little... Okay. Ooh, it's very tense. The music ended. Alright. Oh. So that was a little much. And there we go. I could probably...
Ready for this, Sans?
I don't think anybody could be prepared for this.
Shut up, Sans. You just can't understand perfection. Attention, monsters. My name is Papyrus. I'm a skeleton made with magic bolt and lots of cool. If you need proof, then look at my biceps because they're wearing sunglasses and that clearly means I rule. My cooking skills unrivaled when it comes to spaghetti with sauce and pasta noodles extra long. And not a single...
Oh, it's about cooking, too.
But Frisk just walked right past it.
Sans, don't interrupt my song! It takes a special kind of perfection just to match what I have been without ever having tried. And
He's
he's
pretty good at that.
But aren't you still in training?
Hey, that doesn't mean I lied. So if you think that we can be pals, then you had better be prepared for immense amounts of fun. Unless you're human, and I'm afraid you'll be captured.
But you kinda made friends with one.
Sans!
What?
Stop plaguing my mixtape with
Okay.
incidental lyrics.
So let me set this basil aside.
I think they sounded like not papyrus.
I don't know what else I'm
So
gonna use it
what
for,
kind of
but...
sound to be?
Oh,
Feels a little wasteful just to toss it, you know what I'm
sorry
saying?
then.
It's okay, Sans. I already forgive you. Come on.
All right,
Let's go get
so there you
some
go,
ice
ladies
cream.
and gentlemen. Oh, I was gonna
The PC's
just a
actually
little
on
bit of
fire right
olive
now.
oil,
I think that's the first
just a
time he
little bit of
successfully
olive
cooked
oil on
something.
that.
You're officially unforgiven, Sans.
All right, just a little drizzle of olive oil, and there it is. Oh, not quite. Gotta get a little pepper on that. Gotta get a little pepper. What a hell of a spice, isn't it? Pepper is a hell of a spice. It goes with everything. I mean, not ice cream, but I mean, pepper goes with so much. Oh, a little bit of salt? We'll hit it with like a dash of salt, but not very much. Just a little bit of salt. There we go. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is your caprese salad. Look at that. Whoop. Balsamic's getting away from me there a little bit. So, I mean, this is going to be our companion dish to go along with the steak. But I can't leave a fresh caprese salad just sitting here. I gotta duck into this before we get started on the steak, right? So let's get ourselves a nice taste here. So we get a little bit of basil, a little bit of tomato, and get a little bit of mozz in there. Here we go. Magnificent. Like, this could be a dinner all on its own. But that's not the point of the show. The point of the show is I'm cooking more than just one dish. I mean, can you believe if that was the end of the show? I mean, you gotta be joking me. Nah, that's not the end of the show. Not by a long shot. So it's been about 30 minutes or a little bit more. So I think we're just about ready to get started on the steak. Now, the steak is going to be the difficult part. This is the part that's going to be a little bit challenging. Because it's not just the steak. I'm also cooking it with a sort of a mushroomy kind of thing. Okay? So we are going to get started on that right now. And this is the part where I start paying attention to the recipe. If you want to know the recipe that I will be using, exclamation point recipe in the chat, we'll give you the link. Alright, so remove the steaks from the fridge about 30 minutes to 1 hour before cooking. So, hey presto, steak removed from the fridge. Place them on a paper towel lined cutting board and pat them dry with paper towels. Well, it just so happens I've got a little roll of paper towels here. So, we'll get a little bit of paper towel action going here. Like this. We'll take the steak out of its little housing thing there, put it down, okay? And then pat it dry with paper towels. So, one little extra paper towel. And we'll pat it dry. Wow, that comes away with a lot of stuff, doesn't it? And we'll also maybe dry out the sides too. I'm told that this will help it like blacken or something. I don't know why. Finally, some good fucking food, dude. If you're not a fan of caprese salad, like what the hell? Caprese salad is so good. Okay, so that's the steak patted down. Next step: season well all sides of the steaks with coarse salt and set aside. Okay, so I've got a sea salt grinder here. That's coarse to me. So we're gonna season all sides with salt. Okay, get a little on our hand there and get it on the sides. Okay, actually, we can go down to the counter for this bit. And then we're gonna Turn it over. Salt the backside. Okay. Okay, and then we set this aside. So let's take it and set it aside. Okay, so there you go. Next step, in a 12-inch, well, this recipe calls for a larger portion that we're going to be making. So I don't have a 12-inch. I have a, whoops, I'm on the wrong one. I don't have a 12-inch. I've got whatever this is. I think that's half the size, but that's okay. We're only doing the one strip steak, so it's going to be fine. Cast iron skillet, which is what that is. Over medium heat, add olive oil and butter. So let's keep this to medium. All right, so we'll let that heat up for a little bit, and in the meantime, it gives me time to talk to all of you. I don't have a skillet. I should have finished it's a skillet. I have 12 inches of other things, but not a skillet. Okay, I need to compensate with a skillet. Good to see people seasoning both sides of the meat. My stepmom only seasons one side of the meats she cooks. Is that bad? I hope that's... I wouldn't know. Like I said, this is my first time ever cooking steak. I have never, in my life...
Skedaddle, your dick is now a noodle!
Thank you. Wow. This music is really soft. So we're going to let this heat up a little bit. And then the next step is going to involve the mushrooms. So why don't we go ahead and open up the mushrooms while we wait. Definitely season both sides. Well, okay. Well, when it's time to season the steak even more, we'll season both sides of it. Doesn't taste well when only one side is seasoned. Well, it's starting to make me wonder if I seasoned it with enough salt. It felt like a lot of salt though, and I didn't want to go too crazy with the salt. Yu Yu Hakusho. I always thought that anime looked really weird. I mean, that was back in like the 90s, I think, or something like that, where like all anime people had like the sharp faces. I am so happy the sharp face thing has gone away. Remember when everyone in anime had really pointy faces? What was with that? I guess that was just the style at the time. But I'm glad it's not the style anymore because that was not fun. You should be fine with that salt amount. Okay, thank you very much, fan. I love it when people who know how to cook or cook themselves watch this show. The little reassurances I get from you all make all the difference. By the way, for about how long should you sharpen a knife? So, this set of knives that I've got came with this little knife sharpener, and every now and then I'll just, like, run it through a few times to try to sharpen it, but I don't know, like, is that enough? Do you do one more? Like, how often are you supposed to sharpen knives? Like, is this too much? Is it possible to sharpen a knife too much? Can I ruin the sharpener? Is that possible? Does anyone even know, or does everybody just kind of do their own thing? I mean, it feels like a pretty sharp knife. This is gonna need more than just be getting run underwater. I'm gonna put that in the sink for a more thorough clean. Like 3 to 4 swipes, yes, it is possible to ruin the sharpener. Good, I'll keep that in mind, thank you. So you're saying like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's usually good. Okay, so the heat's getting a little hot. So add olive oil and butter, mushrooms, garlic, and salt. I'm gonna do that in the order they told me. So this is the point now where we're gonna switch over to stove view. Hi everybody. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Shit. Oh, I forgot to... So, when I'm not... We back? Okay. Whoops. I popped the mic cord out. So, like I was saying, one thing that I neglected to do, that I always try to do, is get my chat going on my phone so I can actually see what you guys are saying. What's that about salmonella? Wash your hands after dealing with raw meat, otherwise you are spreading stuff like salmonella. Good call. Good call. Thank you very much. Yeah, only sharpen when you think the knife is dull. Okay, that's good advice. So, the recipe, once again, the recipe calls for, let's see, season, blah, 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 blah. Okay, medium heat, olive oil, butter, mushrooms. How much butter was that? How much butter was that? That was 1 tablespoon of butter. So, okay. Oh wow, this butter is melting fast. Holy smokes. Okay, so about a tablespoon of butter, which is about that. Okay, so we're gonna add about a tablespoon of butter, some olive oil. Okay, butter, some olive oil, okay. Roll that around a little bit. And then olive oil, butter, mushrooms, garlic, and salt. Okay, so start dropping some mushrooms in here. These are big, thick things of mushrooms, aren't they? I never feel like the lighting is enough. What is this music you guys are playing? Oh, more Zelda? Alright. It occurs to me I'm cooking over a stove again, and I'm a little worried that I'm going to set off the fire alarm. Because that fire alarm is so sensitive. It makes me crazy how sensitive that fire alarm is. Now, it doesn't say for how long I should cook this for. It doesn't specify. Although I suspect it's one of those things where I'll just know when it's ready. Let's get a clove of garlic going here. Back over here, where I'm going to prepare a clove of garlic. Try to get the skin off. Okay. Where's my garlic press, which I neglected to fetch before I started the show. Okay. Back over here to the stove. Drop the garlic in there. Huh. I guess this handle doesn't get very hot, does it? What should I use to stir with? Didn't I used to have a flat menu? Oh, there it is. That I could mix this with. Ooh, man, that garlic smells so good. That garlic seriously smells so good. That garlic is so good smelling, I'm gonna add even more. I don't even give a fuck right now. Whoops, that one got away from me. I'm gonna add even more garlic, specifically because that garlic smelled so delicious that I gotta add more. That one didn't, not quite enough. And that was like a little bit too much. I don't have the magic touch down quite yet. I am getting there though. I'm getting better at this. Alright. So. Come on, garlic press, work with me here. Alright, here we go. Add a little bit more. Okay. And let's start. Ooh, there we go. See, that was the browning I'm looking for. I'm looking for the mushrooms to start getting nice and brown. Okay. I feel like there's probably a more efficient way to do this, but this is the way I'm doing it. Ooh. So any of you streamers out there know what this whole gifting thing is about? What's going on with this gifting thing? I noticed that like on my dashboard I can now distribute gifts. But as far as I can tell, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they appear to be those semi-useless freebies you get for being like an Amazon Prime person. What I suspect they realized is that people with the Amazon or Twitch Prime weren't really redeeming those rewards very much, and they were looking for a way to get those rewards out there to like foster a little bit more loyalty. I feel like they might be feeling the pinch a little bit from Mixer. I don't know. But it seemed a little odd to me, is all I'm going to say. It seemed a little odd. Man, garlic smells so good. I don't know what to think about it, frankly. I don't know what to think about it. I have no clue. You know what's funny? Tell me, Floopy, what's funny? There actually isn't a lot of inventory count for digital items. No shit. So after a while, you just stop getting them? Man, fuck off. I haven't redeemed a single one of those. I could not give a shit. Seriously. So if they're sitting on too much of that allotted inventory, they need to get rid of them. It's a licensing thing. Oh, interesting. I suppose part of that does make sense to me. Let's see, what else? So what should I do here? Garlic and salt, cook for about 3 minutes or until tender, and then set aside on a plate. Okay. Oh yeah, the skillet handle is starting to get a little warm, so I should be cautious about that. Okay, so I don't know, where are we? I keep forgetting to turn the camera back around. That's my bad. Sorry, guys. So where are we on these, I wonder? Like, are we good to... See, these aren't looking as brown as perhaps they ought to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could be cooked a little bit more thoroughly, I think. Basically, when you create a license for something like that, you dictate how many items are digitally purchased, or if it's a continuous purchase. Yeah. I hear you. And who knows, like, if I give Twitch a bunch of licenses that they could just hand off, and I look and see if those licenses are being redeemed and they're not, like, the whole reason I'm giving people licenses is so that they play my shit on Twitch, presumably. Or they at least play it and they tell their friends about how cool it is, and then maybe their friends buy it. Isn't that what the whole marketing thing is about? So if I'm, like, seeing that my keys are not getting redeemed, I'm probably fucking pissed. I'm probably like, Twitch, what the fuck? I give you free keys to my game, ain't no one playing that shit. What's the deal, yup? Sheppy, what are you cooking? Say it nice and loud. I'm cooking a pan-seared steak. Pan-seared steak. Now, these are the mushrooms that are going to be on this, that are going to be like part of the regular old...
motherfucking life.
Ooh!
Ton angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat,
Tier 2!
Fill a warehouse full of Van Goghs twice.
It's they 2 Kevies, it's they 2 Reenbot 9K, it's they 2 Ollie Love, it's they 2 Pearl, it's they 2 Sleepy Dinky, it's they 2 Tax Blue, 3 to Andy Blue, 3 to Hunger Blue, 3 Tablouche Blue, 3 Table Tater.
Hi, Blue! Welcome back to the stream. I'm, prepping some mushrooms. These aren't getting any browner. I think these are as brown as these mushrooms are gonna get. honestly. I don't see them getting much more brown than this, quite frankly, if I'm being honest with y'all. So I think we might pull the trigger on these, set them aside. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back over here. Whoops. There we are. And we're gonna drop these onto our plate. So let's. This is my first time. There's a lot of firsts here. I've never cooked mushrooms. I've never cooked steak. I've never cooked with an iron skillet. There's all kinds of new stuff I'm doing here. Okay. Just got back from my grandparents. My grandpa's birthday today. How's the food coming along? Mushrooms are delicious. I sure hope they are. How's it coming along? Well, I made a caprese salad for my side dish already, so that's ready to go. I already sampled a little bit of it, and it is delicious. So we're going to put that back on there. And now we're going to get the steak ready to go. So increase the heat to high and let it heat for about 3 minutes. I can do that. So heat to high. This is going to be a hot skillet, and I need to be big brain. Whoops. Oh, there we go. I need to be big brain and not touch that shit with my hands. I cannot be a stupid Sheppy. Let me rinse out. Blech.
Money get your motherfucking
Woo! What is that? Now, Lord, resubscribe. Thank you.
Warehouse full of Van Goghs twice.
Less than here be another emote spam greater than Kappa.
Greater than Kappa. Thank you. You know what's greater than Kappa? Is Pearl Kappa. Pearl Kappa is the better Kappa, and I take that opinion to my grave. I'm not even joking. I think it's a better emote. When I see normal Kappa these days, I get mad. So I'm like, you know what? Okay. Who's that now? JRPG! Man, the resubs are flying in today. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, I'm a golden dinky. Yet another golden dinky. Alright, so that's about ready to go. When the pan smokes a bit, okay, place the steaks in the hot skillet and cook for about 2 minutes. Okay, this is the part where it's going to get serious, folks. This is the part where we get serious. All right. We're cooking steak. Oh, that's not good, is it? I know what's going to happen here. And I've got my handy dandy thermometer ready to go. I just bought it today. It only cost me a few bucks. I sure hope it works. Very easy to overcook. Well, I'm gonna be very careful. Okay. Place the steaks in a hot skillet, cook for about 2 minutes. Now add the butter, garlic, and thyme. Oh my god, the amount of smoke coming off of this is crazy. Jesus, that's a lot of smoke. Why is it so smoky? Why is it so smoky? Okay, the fire alarm hasn't gone off yet, leading me to think that maybe... Yeah, it is really, really smoky. The fact that the fire alarm hasn't gone off yet means I probably have to check the batteries on that sucker. Yeah, this place is like filling. It's really smoky. I have no idea why it's so smoky. It's all the butter and oil burning along with everything else you left in it. But it's all coming from the steak. Okay, and so okay, now add the butter, garlic, and flip the steaks. Okay, so I need to add a little bit of butter. So we're going to slice off about 2 tablespoons of butter here. Or about, yay. Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay, that was unexpected. Maybe that is probably too hot. That is probably too hot, is what that is. That is probably too hot. God damn. Okay. Yeah, my entire house is filling with smoke from this. So let's check the heat. It's honestly, this is a little worrying. I'm glad I made that caprese salad, that's for sure. Shouldn't this thermometer be telling me something a little bit more precise? Here, I'm gonna take this sucker off the heat for a little bit. Yeah, this pan is not gonna be fun to clean. Why is the thermometer moving so slow? How is this actionable data? This is not actionable data. Holy shit! There is nothing but smoke in my house. The thermometer is telling me literally nothing. The thermometer is doing nothing. I need a thermometer that isn't a pile of shit. This is definitely a learning experience. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? Thanks for nothing, thermometer. And wow, did that cook fast. Okay. Well. Oh my god. Yeah, I know I'm turning the stove off. Okay. Well, that did not go according to plan. That was totally unexpected. Totally unexpected. Little disappointing. Let's I'm gonna rinse this off so it's not quite as hellish to clean when I have to do that later. Like, it said to put it on high heat, but I think one man's high heat is different from another. We're gonna set that over here to cool down. Man, is it smoky. Okay. Well, that was totally unexpected. And my fire alarm didn't go off, so I need to check and make sure that shit's on. Later, anyway. Alright, so we didn't get to do any, like, the thyme leaves. I didn't get to do any garlic. I did a little bit of butter in the pan. I don't know what difference that made. Remember to let the steak sit for a couple minutes before cutting into it. Yeah, I'm gonna let it sit here. Honestly, I just eyeballed it when I took it off. Like, both sides are very brown. The top side here is kind of black and around the edges. This was, about as close. This was very near. When that smoke, it is still crazy smoky in here. Sorry, I just had to put Dinky. I just had to put Dinky outside because it occurred to me that, wow, my house is really smoky, and it's probably not great for Dinky to be inhaling smoke. So I put him outside for now. Still may be rare despite the appearance, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Is I'm gonna cut into it, and I'm gonna see how it looks. So switch over here. And, yep, it's still rare. Damn. Thank you, Yoda Rappin'. This is appropriate music. Alright, it's gotta go back on the heat. This time I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna not put the heat on so high. All right, I'm gonna put it back on the heat. Pan heat. Yeah, the pan heat was too high. The stupid recipe says put it on high, so I do, and then it goes completely wrong. So now I know. Fuck what the recipe says. I think from now on, I think when it comes to like the recipes, I'm gonna take them more as suggestions than anything else. Like I said, steak is something you learn by doing. Well, we're doing. So I'm gonna let that pan heat up a little bit, and then we're gonna put the steak back on there, and we're just like forget the fanciness and everything. We're just gonna try to get an eatable steak out of it. So I'm gonna put it when the pan gets nice and hot. We're gonna put it back on the pan, and we're gonna take another shot at it. For the longest time, I struggled with making steak until I changed something in my recipe that works really well. Well, Floofy, I'm open to any and all suggestions because I turned my house into a smoke chamber. It's still crazy smoky in here. I'm going to open up a couple of windows. I never tried cooking steak, so kudos to you on your attempt. Well, the thing is when we put it, we still need to cook it. It's not fully cooked yet, so I need to get back. I ran it on a super high heat pan, do 1.5 minutes each side, then I throw it onto a heated oven for 5 minutes. If the liquid that is coming out of the meat is not clear, it is not ready. All I saw was smoke, RPG fan. I mean, you're talking about, I don't know what you're talking about, but all I saw was smoke. So here, we're gonna put this back on the heat. And this is on medium heat. We're on a medium heat now. Cast iron hold a lot of heat. So like maybe that's why the thermometer wasn't showing very much, because the actual inside of the steak wasn't all that hot. I mean, that's a possibility, right? The actual inside of the steak wasn't all that hot at all. So even though smoke was pouring out of it, the actual internal temperature of the steak wasn't enough to actually cook it. So, yeah, we're gonna get right back into it. Right back into cooking this shit. Buttered garlic, thyme to the skillet. Flip the steaks again and tilt the pan to get the butter to spread. So we might need to add more butter here, because we lost our butter. We gave it our best shot, but we lost our butter. So we're gonna throw another couple of tablespoons of butter on there. Is it called for teaspoons or tablespoons? Fuck it. You can't err on too much butter. Something I'd recommend learning is the tension of the steak surface. Thermometers are not really useful in pan frying. God damn it. Well, I don't know. I'm doing the best that I can. So if you guys don't think the thermometer is useful, then maybe it's not useful. Let's drop some more butter in there. But now we're on a medium heat, so hopefully it'll be a lot less smoky. Because yeah, it was pretty clear that the temperature of the pan was just too high. It was just too high. Ovenizing meat, which you will be doing in the future. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the pan searing would be easier. The recipe, like everything I read online about pan searing a steak, certainly made it sound easier. I mean, it sounded way easy, but apparently is not. Apparently, I was mistaken. So Dinky's out on the porch. Dinky's just chilling out on the porch right now, and I'm in here with a steak, trying to get it under control. Blue, what are you talking about the brain on this lad? I hope you're not making fun, because I don't know if I can handle it right now. I'm struggling, my man. I'm I'm doing the best that I can, but I'm struggling. So, if I don't have a thermometer... Oh, he's complimenting me? Oh, thank you, Blue. Appreciate it. I sent you a link on Discord. Thank you very much, Blue. I'll get to that later. So it begs the question, if the thermometer is not a tool that's available to me, what do I do then to get the steak? How to do the touch test? This happens, sir. Oh, Striker Knight. What's up, Striker Knight? The steak, always remember medium heat and be generous with your butter or oil. Okay. Generous with the butter, you say? I can be generous with butter here. I've had this butter in the fridge for a while. I'm looking for an excuse to get rid of most of it, so... Here, we'll do even more butter. Be generous with the butter for sure. Alright. Yeah, we'll get that butter in there. Get it all buttery. This thing's now in like ankle deep in butter. You use a spoon to scoop it. Alright. I got a little spoon here. Maybe I don't have enough. Because it's actually, or maybe if I tilt I can get a little bit, but... Alright, this is a little bit more chaotic. Tip the skillet and start spooning it. You have enough? Alright, thanks, Striker Knight. Whew, boy. This is nerve-wracking now. I was expected to be a lot more in control. Now check the center. So how do you check the center? You just cut into it? Striker Knight, is that what you do? You just cut? Suppose I've got a fork here. I could try frying it. I mean, it's actually looking kind of good. It's actually looking kind of good in the middle. All right. I think I'm gonna. I think we might be almost ready to pull the trigger on this. We'll let it sit for a little while. I'm once again going to rinse the pan so that I don't have a miserable, awful time cleaning it later. Oh man, I am not a fan of how heavy this fucking pan is. Okay. The area you cut into to see, it's not a good spot to check as it cooks faster than the uncut parts. Okay. Alright. Let's try cutting into a different area and see how it looks on the inside. That actually almost looks perfect. I mean, it's like a medium rare, but here, I'll hold it up for you. That's pretty pink, but honestly, that's about as pink and bloody as I like it. I think we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. So, man, it's not really a science, is it? Like, not really. You just sort of throw it on the pan and you cook it, and you cook it for what feels like about long enough, and then you just do it, and then you just go for it. I respect medium rare. Yeah, medium rare is, I like the meat a little bloody, but I also like it to be like cooked properly. If it's too rare, I don't know, like I start feeling like, am I gonna get sick or something? So, I mean, it's not pretty to look at. I don't know, it depends on your definition of what's pretty to look at, but here it is. So, there's the mushrooms and the steak, and there you go. Pan-seared steak with mushrooms. Almost a total loss. But we managed to figure it out. Dinky is still sitting out there on the porch, confused because he was fast asleep. because it was past his bedtime, and I scooped him up and put him on the porch for reasons he probably cannot comprehend. The sides are pretty to look at. Nice salad. Oh, yeah. The Caprese salad, Nimander, if you're just getting here. This is the Caprese salad I made earlier. So this is my side dish, and this is my main dish. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that stuff out of the way. We're going to move that out of the way. Get my 2 plates up front here and transition to the final portion of the stream. This stream is not just a cooking stream, ladies and gentlemen. It is not just a cooking stream. It is also a social eating stream. So now that I've cooked the food, I am going to eat the food and hang out with all of you. But to eat the food, I need a beverage. Now, I've been drinking a little bit of water here, which is might tasty, but I feel like I can do better. It is still smoky in here. Come on, camera, work with me. Why is the camera not focusing properly? What if I get out of camera? If I get away from the camera, and then I come back. Hey, there we go. Now for the beer. What beer do we have? Good question, Striker Knight. What beer do we have today? Well, how about we take a look at what I've got in stock and pick something that sounds good. Or that sounds like it would go well with what I'm eating anyway. Well, I could do that, but that would be kind of boring, I think. Ooh, here we go. All right, this sounds good. This is Moat Mountain Brewing Company's OPAs, or OPAs, I don't know which it is. Oktoberfest Lager, 1 pint. There you go, from Moat Mountain. 5.2% alcohol by volume, so nice and light for dinner. We don't want to be getting drunk. We want to get nice and toasty while we enjoy our food. Too early for Oktoberfest. RPG fan, pretty much all I've been drinking on stream all week has been Oktoberfest. If this is your first time watching the stream, and you've made it this far, thank you very much for doing so. Know that I stream daily. I'm streaming RPGs and video games and stuff, Monday through Thursday. Sunday afternoons, hey, is my cooking stream, the Iron Shep, where I almost burned my house down. Okay, so I got my little stool here. Whew. Let's angle this down a little bit. Have ourselves a seat. I'm no longer chefing, so we can take that off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm assuming it's edible. That was hairy and scary, but we got there, so, you know, bon appetit. Ooh. Ooh. That is tasty. Check it out. Hey, Moat Mountain's OPA's Oktoberfest Lager. This gets a recommendation from me. That is really good. Dad, if you're still watching, look for this one. This is good. Oh, from Moat Mountain. I don't know if... Let me get it right up there for you. Moat Mountain Brewing Company. OPA's Oktoberfest Lager. I'm not going bald. I'm not going bald. Why would you say that? It's such a mean thing to say. Fork and knife. Let's eat. All right, so we have to give the steak a try. We have to give the steak a try. There's no getting away from it. There's no getting around it. We got to do it. So, why am I? Show again, please. Oh, the steak. Yeah. So here it is. Boom, right there. And look at that, nice and pink. So let's give it, oops, don't want to stab myself. No, the beer? Okay, there you go. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. It's not too tough or chewy. Opas means grandfathers. Oh! Alright, so grandfather's Oktoberfest. That's fun. The steak looks like the steak is nicely cooked. Maybe a tad too much. I agree. Maybe a tad. But it's not too tough or chewy. How are the mushrooms? Mushrooms actually not bad. That's not bad. Wow. Thank you. I was on this call and missed the steak cooking. Shambam, so you missed the smoke? I filled my house with so much smoke I had to move Dinky to the porch because I was worried he was inhaling smoke. Yeah, I know. But the fire alarm didn't go off. So maybe my fire alarm isn't turned on or something. I thought I turned it on. I thought for sure it was turned on. But apparently not. So let's get another taste on that steak here. Yeah, it's not that chewy. It's actually nice. No, it's fully off. It's fully off. At least the house is looking a little bit more clear. Holy shit, like, don't you have ventilation above your stove? Nope. That's pretty good though. That's quite tasty. So we got some steak, caprese salad, and some beer. No, Namander, it's common here to have a ventilation above your stove. I just don't. What do you want to fight about it? Here, let me actually cut a little bit of the salad so I don't have to take such a big bite every time. Caprese salad's so good. Put the battery back in the alarm. You are flirting with danger. I know, Striker Knight. I thought it was on. I'm not sitting here thinking it's cool that my fire alarm didn't go off. I'm surprised and slightly disturbed by it, but I'm also not going to make the whole stream about it. Our microwave has a ventilation thing on its side because it's above the stove, but it just sends it right above the microwave. Yeah, I don't have the only ventilation I've got even near the stove is in the wall. There's like a fan. You can kind of see it behind the microwave right there, but I don't think that's powered. I don't think that turns on. I don't think I can turn it on. It used to. I remember when I was a kid, you could turn that fan on, but like I don't think it can turn on nowadays. I think it's been like unhooked or something. What's up, Shambams? That's quite bloody, but I like it a little bit bloody. This is your childhood house? It is. Yep, this is my childhood house. This is where I grew up. So the story of why I'm here is my mom never sold the house. She stayed here for years. And when she got a job working down in Washington, D.C., she just kept the house here because her company will fly her up and she has a place to stay. She's in D.C. right now, Shambams. So, when I got a job here in this city, I talked to my mom and I said, it's sort of silly for me to get an apartment if I could just live here in the house. I said I could just pay you. And she agreed. And so now, I'm living here. It kind of works out for my mom since she can have work done on the house. I'm helping her pay for work to be done on the house. It's part of the rent, I suppose you could say. And it's also convenient to have someone here kind of house sitting. So yeah. It's kind of like permanently house sitting. You want to know what it's better than? My one-bedroom apartment I used to have. It's a damn sight better than that. A lot better than that. I hated that goddamn fucking apartment. And my downstairs neighbor is a 150-year-old woman filing constant fucking noise complaints. Fucking leasing company threatened to evict me. I had to get a lawyer. I had to go to their office, tell them to back the fuck off because I knew the law. And they did. But it's still goddamn annoying. What's up, Floof? And the legend says, it's a raw mushroom okay to eat? It's kind of tasteless, huh? My old apartment tried to fuck me over within 3 days of moving out. They tried to claim I didn't turn my keys in. Anyway, it's not entirely accurate to say that I pay rent living here. It's a little bit more complex than that. So, first of all, the house is willed to me. So, whatever else happens, unless my mom decides to sell it for some reason, this house will eventually be mine. So, what my mom wanted to do was fix significant portions of the house. We recently had the back door replaced and so forth. I'm not going to read your username, but thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate it. So the back door cost about $2,000 to replace. And also, I helped her pay off the rest of the mortgage, which is finally paid off. I gave her $1,000 for that. So that's about $3,000. So at the price point that she and I kind of came to as being reasonable for me to compensate her, so like I'm basically paying for the utilities, I'm paying for the land tax, that sort of thing. I'm essentially paying the cost of the house being here, living here. But because I gave $1,000 towards paying off the rest of the mortgage and $2,000 into the back door, at the price point we settled on, that paid me through till November. So I haven't really been paying rent, but I've been paying for things to be done for the house, and in compensation for that, I live here. So it's sort of a odd situation. And I suppose legally, if my mom ever really wanted to, she could kick me out at any time, because I've never filed any paperwork. You know, there's no contract saying I can live here, or can't. But, barring a psychotic break, I don't see that happening. Forget the will of the state, she might as well gift it to you? I don't know about gifting it to me, Striker. I mean, the house's value is probably around $200,000, give or take. So, like, I don't know, gift it? I don't know about that. And it might end up being more expensive for me, yeah. I mean, it is paid off in every respect, except for utilities and tax, so I don't know. I don't know if it would make a big difference, but suffice to say, I don't know. I've worked out a kind of a sweetheart deal with my mom about it, and while there is a part of me that's like a little miffed that I'm not living kind of on my own, you know, why? Okay, so if I'm a working professional, why don't I buy my own house and just have a house, you know, like a grown-ass man? But then you have to consider that boomers destroyed the property market. and the economy in general. So it is completely out of feasibility for me to be able to afford a house, even at the decent wage I'm making now. The best I could probably do in this city is a fairly modest apartment. So, I don't know. You do what you can. I'm actually really enjoying the steak. I was very worried. This is like I do this every single stream. Every episode I do this. I talk about how I was worried about how the food was going to come out. And it turns out coming out fine. The smoke was scary. The smoke was pretty scary. I wasn't a fan of that. Dinky's still on the chair where I put him. I wonder if you guys can see him. So I put Dinky out on that chair. Can you... Let me see if I can... fuck. Can you see him? You see the little Dinky do? See his little tail sticking... He's on the chair. See his little tail sticking off the chair? He's probably asleep, honestly. There he is. Yep, I was real worried. Like, I looked over, and so his tank is in the living room. And I looked over to the living room, and it looks foggy. That's how much smoke there was. Like, it had all collected in the living room. I thought, shit, Dinky's out there. Dinky's in there. His lungs are like this big. He probably can't handle very much smoke inhalation, can he? And then I ran over there and put it outside. Yeah, there's the property tax the local government would try to raise whenever they get a chance. That is a possibility if there's a new owner. I know that there's like some sort of tax involved in a deed changing hands. So, I don't know. I don't really care. To be honest with you, like, whether the house is in my name or my mom's name or anyone else's name, do I really give a fuck? No, not really. All I want's a roof over my head. Like, I'm that kind of guy. Like, I never really cared about my car. I just wanted one with an engine and 4 wheels. Hey! Can I ask you... Hello, can I ask you something? You can ask me all kinds of things. Go for it. Yeah, property transfer tax can be high. Why rock the boat, Striker Knight? Why rock the boat? What's important is that I have a roof over my head. And a shower in the morning. That's all that matters. House on wheels? Don't think the thought hasn't occurred to me. Like, how expensive would it be really to buy like one of those like land roving, like the size of buses, you know? Are you a professional cook or chef? This is how you can tell someone just joined the stream. Because if you were watching this stream 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, you would not be asking that question. As my house filled with smoke, and as I, in a panic, was wondering, where's all the smoke out? Why is it so smoky? I wasn't expecting it to be this smoky. I am the opposite. The whole reason I do this show is because I never cooked before. I'm 37. And I never cooked for myself. So, Blue, who's right there in the chat actually, you can see him making fun of me. He's like right there. He made fun of me because I never cooked for myself and ate microwavable dinners. And my response to him was to start a cooking show on Twitch. Yeah, that was looking fucked up to me. Blue, I think we should count this as 4 times. Or are you counting this as what would be the 3rd time? Because this is episode 4, and it didn't go off yet last time. And it wouldn't have. There was nothing smoky. So I think he's counting this as one of those times it should have gone off. There was more smoke in the house than I've ever seen before in my life. This beer is super good, though. So no, I am not a professional chef. I am a professional IT guy. And I stream Monday through Thursday video games. But on Sundays, as you can see, I host a cooking show with all kinds of views. I got like I've got like the stove, I've got the sink cam. Hey, what's up? I've got over here where we're back to the main view. I've got the counter which inverts them so you can see what I'm doing. I take this shit serious, but so I'm serious about the presentation. But when it comes to the food, you're basically watching a guy learn how to cook for the first time. This is the first steak I've ever cooked in my life. I just want to point out that Blue calling me an alright guy. To get praise from Blue, who's a man wrapped in so much irony, it feels really good. Thank you very much for that, Blue. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Well, that's about as much as I'm going to get out of the steak. The rest, I don't know, is this meat or is this fat? I don't like gristle or fat. I'm kind of a picky, choosy kind of eater in that respect. So I tend not to go for it. So, yeah, no, I'm probably offending so many people who love the gristly, chewier parts of the meat. What is that supposed to mean? A man wrapped in so much irony. I don't know. I get the impression, Blue. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You don't strike me as somebody who's given to raw expressions of honest, opinion on the internet. I'm gonna preface this. All this is on the internet. Okay, not in real life. I'm not making any judgment about you outside of an online context. I just expect, at any moment I'm gonna get gnomed. That's kind of what I mean. Yeah. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm sounding like an asshole and absolutely not intending to. No, it doesn't make sense? Fuck. Okay, well... all I can... I guess maybe... I've been gnomed so many times. It's like...
Chum. I'm not a gnolf. I'm not a gnoblin. I'm a gnome, and you've been...
Is Pearl around here somewhere? Yeah, she's lurking. Oh, there she is. I unfortunately don't have a Pearl cam when in the kitchen studio. There's not a lot of pet interaction. I can't help you, fam. I mean, I can throw her some treats, I guess, but you're not gonna see her getting them. I guess I could put it up on the sink cam, maybe. Possibility. I was thinking of getting Dinky after the smoke clears a little bit so y'all can see Dinky. It occurs to me that there's some people who watch this show who have no idea who Dinky is. You ever eat food on stream and become self-conscious of the fact that you eat like an animal? Just seeing you throw treats as with the camera as is. I eat food on stream all the time. Okay, yeah. Let me rephrase. You ever eat food on stream with a camera on you and get self-conscious about the fact that you feel like you eat like an animal? I feel like every bite I take, there's an audience of people staring at the stream, going, ugh. Ugh. He eats like that? On my regular stream, I try not to eat at all. It just feels, I don't know. I watch people's streams, and they have a much more of a you're just hanging out in my living room vibe. Whereas mine's like, kind of, it's more like a show. You know, it's like I put a lot of production value into it. So it feels like, it would be like watching, I'm going to compare myself to Johnny Carson here for a second. It would be like watching Johnny Carson just like crush a burrito in the middle of like the Late Show or whatever. It's like, I suppose you can do that. But there's a certain level of professionalism that's assumed. Nice Grumpy Cat shirt. I don't think it's Grumpy Cat. And it's not a shirt, it's an apron. It's a cat on a pizza. See? He's a cat on a pizza. That's definitely not Grumpy Cat. No, it's a cat on a pizza. Grumpy Cat on a pizza, you really want... Well, I mean, I suppose he could be a Grumpy Cat. Like a Grumpy space cat. But not like capital G, capital C, pronoun Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat is a registered trademark. I'd have had to pay extra for that. It's just a cat on a pizza slice. This is only 5.5%, and I'm only halfway through it, and already I'm feeling a little fuzzy. I am a cheap fucking date. Oh boy, Oktoberfest.
Good news, everyone!
Good news, everyone. Quixote's here. Once again, missing the whole stream, showing up when I'm eating the food. For those of you who are just getting here, oh, you're burping, are you drunk? No, I'm just eating food and unprofessional. I was on a date. How'd it go? For those of you who are just joining us, this is a cooking/social eating stream. I start at 5 p.m. Eastern on Sundays, where I try to cook something I've never cooked before in my life. And what is this? This is the RPG fan. I never watched this show. I get it though, it's a cat on a pizza. I get it. That's very good. That's very good. Good sushi. I didn't ask you how the food was, Quixote.
Of going into battle when the bad guys invade. Your sweeto anchovy, a wild romantic rover. This cat gets down with a love hangover.
I feel like I would have loved this show when I was a kid, but I think I was too old for it. I was probably already in junior high by the time this was popular. Now this looks like it was an import from Japan. Like this looks like a legit Japanese like anime cartoon show that was like intended for Japanese children that came over to the States. Were they called samurai pizza cats in Japan? Nope, not at all. So that's a little bit racist, isn't it? It's a little racist. That because it's like anime and they use swords, they're samurai pizza cats? I don't think PC Principal would like that. I've been playing a lot of the South Park game. It's to the point that the creator of the show likes the US version more? They were samurai in Japan? Oh, okay. So, when you say they rewrote the show, what do you mean they rewrote the show? Also, I don't want to miss, it was a sushi date, and you asked how the date went. All right, Quixote, have you dated this person before? Are you interested or not? Like, these are the questions I'm asking. It's good to know that you enjoyed the sushi, but that's a lot less interesting to talk about. They basically threw out the original script and wrote to what was based on the episodes visually. Because the guy who wrote the US script were really fucking funny people. Man. So they must have just like watched the show untranslated and just wrote what they thought the dialogue was or something. I should have clarified. Oh! That's fine. What'd you have for sushi? By the way, it's not gonna be anytime soon, but homemade sushi is on the list of one of the streams I'm gonna do here. Shep, buddy, I've shared my loyalty badges with you and you ignored me. Who the fuck do I look like? Galefire? What does Galefire stream? Also, loyalty badges? Wait, what? What do you mean you shared your loyalty badges with me? Is this the Steam stream? Twitch. Is this the Twitch thing where, like, can I distribute them or something? I'm clicking over to my dashboard now. I have 11 gifts. Distribute gifts. I just clicked the distribute gifts button. Sending gifts out to viewers. Okay, I clicked the button. What did that do? Oh, Baka. What is this? Oh, current badges. Base 3 month, 6 month, 9 month, and 1 year. Nice. I can't show them on stream because I don't have it set up. But thank you very much for that, Blue. Oh, look at that. People getting stuff. Jin 9000 received Dauntless Gunslinger. Targil received. Yoda received. Striker Knight received. Nice. What? Dude, you did them in MS Paint. Did it? How long did it take you? Seriously. Like an afternoon? Why is your 1 year an eye? Why wouldn't it be? Illuminati, obviously. What do I look like? A moron? Of course it's the Illuminati. Can you believe I ate, like, pretty much, well, the whole steak, most of the steak, and almost this entire caprese salad? 15 minutes? That sounds about right. By the way, if y'all want to, suggest a recipe to me, you can always join my Discord. Exclamation point Discord in the chat gets you the link. And once you get approved, you will see that there is an It's the Chefy Discord channel. Therein, you can post your favorite recipes or suggest things you'd like to see me cook. It is nice to have a nice list of things to cook because, hey, Red Blue Fire, are you still out there? This one's one of yours. Kind of. Red Blue Fire, otherwise known as Allard, suggested steak and fixins. Now, obviously no fixins. I guess I made my own fixins with the caprese salad. That's my favorite fixin. How'd it turn out? Well, I've eaten the steak, as you can see. I have eaten most of the steak. And I have eaten most of the caprese salad. I filled my house with so much smoke I had to evacuate Dinky to the porch because I was worried that his little dinky lungs were going to fill with smoke and he'd die. My fire alarm should have gone off, but it didn't. So it wasn't inedible. No, it was actually quite edible. Like, once I finally cut into it and I started eating it, it was a pretty tasty steak. Obviously, it could have been seasoned better. There's a lot more that could have been done with it to make it taste better, but I was at a panic, so I skipped a lot of steps. Like, for example, I never cracked into this perfect pinch steak seasoning. Never cracked into that. My leaves of thyme leaves. Never cracked into those. Kind of skipped everything once the smoke started to fill my house. I did baste it with the butter I was cooking it with. I did baste it with the butter a few times, and I flipped it a lot, and I like swirled it around in the butter. And I put about 4 tablespoons of butter. The recipe called for 2, I did like 4. So I drowned it in butter, and it did end up, it tasted good. It was good. The fire alarm should have gone off, Quixote. I think my fire alarm is either broken or the battery's unplugged or something's wrong with it. I didn't ignore. Steak is steak, man. Steak is good. I know. But yeah. I mean, goddamn. I must have been hungry. Because I ate the steak. And I've pretty much finished this caprese salad. If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch Samurai Pizza Cats. Awesome. Shep hates his audience. Sad Pepe. I don't hate my audience. I love my audience. Is Blue ahead of me now? Actually, Blue, you're playing Ao no Kiseki today, right?
don't think it's really appropriate for you to start stroking my head out of nowhere like that.
It's about to be. Cool. Yeah, I'll be finishing that this week for sure. If I have to play on Friday, fine. And if I have to play on the weekend, fine as well. I don't know, Kaseki gets beaten this week no matter what. And then doing a big boy stream. When you say a big boy stream, what do you mean? I pat his head for that effort without killing Dinky. You guys want to see Dinky? Let's check in on Dinky. Let's grab the Dinkster. We've never done Dinky on this cooking stream before. Alright, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. If this is your first time seeing the Dinky, he's the little Dinky dope. I was worried that the Dinky's little dinky lungs couldn't handle the smoke, so I had to put him out on the porch for a little while. It's quite handy that today is actually very warm. Oh, I know, Quixote. He's the little dinky do. Isn't he a sweetie? What a cutie. Oh, what a cute boy. Oh, Namander, I can boop that snoot for sure. Look at him. He's so in the mood for boops too. Watch this. Ready? And boop. Little boop on that snoot for the dinks. In there, right, dinky buddy. I don't know if he's ever... I've never had him over here by the counter before. I wonder how much he ever remembers. Do you remember stuff, Dinky? Or is your little lizard brain too small for that? Your brain's about the size of a ball bearing, so there isn't a whole lot we can put in there, is there? No, there isn't. You can't know words. You don't know your own name. Even now, I'm just making sounds and noises, and you don't even understand what's happening. He probably remembers a few things, like where his food goes. Yeah, he figures out that his food goes in his mouth every now and then. And the strange hand that picks him up is safe. Yes, he does remember that. That the giant creature that picks him up every now and then has never hurt him. Ever. And has only ever brought him nice things. Oh, that feels good. But, even though we are done eating, you know what we're not done doing? Drinking. We still got beer to drink, ladies and gentlemen. So Shambams, Namander, Coco, Quixote, I'm gonna steal one of Blue's gimmicks here, and I'm gonna ask how you're all doing. The final verdict is I'm scared of steak. We're gonna have to revisit steak, I think. We're gonna have to come back to it. I don't know if we're gonna try doing the pan searing again. We might try to just go with an oven cooked steak. Is that a Blue thing? It's for sure a Blue thing. It's a Blue thing. He does it like every 5 minutes. That's why it's a Blue thing. Just got back from lunch with my mom's sister and sister's girlfriend. Didn't know your sister was a lesbian. That's fun. Wow, Coco, your sister is a hardcore raging woman. Hardcore and raging. I've told you before, Shep. I forgot. She's flaming. Is your girlfriend nice? Lives in San Francisco. Shortcut, pink, dyed hair, boots, the works. Oh my god. So she thinks she's a character and Life is Strange, basically? How do you rage as a homosexual? Asking for myself. Just like... I wanna kiss... boys/girls. You're just mad about it. If you're a lesbian, when you chow the beef, it basically looks like the Swedish Chef from the background, you know, with stuff flying everywhere. You're like... Or like, Animal on the drums. The Muppet Show. Y'all remember the Muppet Show? Animal on the drums? And if you're a guy, it just means lots and lots of just really acrobatic butt fucking, honestly. Just really acrobatic stuff, though. I mean, back flips, front flips, skateboard tricks. Definitely rollerblading. Rollerblading is extremely gay, so there'd be like rollerblading, handstands. What the hell kind of porn you watching? You don't? How am I the weird one? Acrobatic butt fucks. Yeah. I mean, what do you get, a butt fuck all normal like? What are we, Protestants? Can confirm rollerblades are a thing. I know, I've seen them. I've heard of rollerblades. Can you be a raging bisexual? Kind of. I feel bad for the bisexuals, honestly. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like both hetero and homosexuals just think of bisexuals as just being, like they're not great at commitment or something. I've lost count of how many gays have told me to pick a lane. Exactly. That's exactly where I was going with that. It's like, because it's all team sports now, and I suppose always has been, that's part of the human condition. I imagine it's like, well, what team are you on? It's like, I'm not on a team. I just, you know, shirts, skins, whatever. I just play whatever side. And they're just like, boo! How do I know who to fight? But I want to find out about this acrobatic butt fucking. Well, Shambams, I can send you my address or something if you really... Like, is that where we're going with this, Shambam? Seriously? Like, come on. You're not even a tier 3 subscriber, Shambams. Come on. I know so many bi people who are sick of being told off for being greedy despite committing to one partner. I don't know, I'm actually legitimately really jealous about, bisexual men, for example, because it's like, I love spending time with women. I think women have a lot of really great qualities to them, especially how different they are from men, and better in many ways, like in many, many, many ways. But men, I have to imagine, would be a lot easier to hook up with. You know, like if you're really just looking to hook up, I feel like hooking up with guys would just be like, and it is. I mean, I don't have to wonder, you know? So, the fact that you can kind of do both, that sounds enviable. That sounds really cool, you know? Both me and my fiance of 5 years, girl, are bi and get told that. I don't know. That I suppose you get to choose who you want your best friend to be. Maybe it's because I'm femmier. Oh, femmier than blue. Blue doesn't. Yeah, blue comes across as. I mean, if blue wasn't out about being bisexual, I would have never guessed. I would have just assumed that the fawning over the male characters in like Kaseki and stuff is the same shit I do, which is like, you know, you fawn over the fuckboys, but I mean, I'm all talk. Like if Wazy showed up in my apartment, no, I'd still fuck Wazy for sure. I for sure would fuck Wazy. God, I would destroy like half my house with Wazy. Holy shit. Okay, who am I thinking of then? What's a Kaseki fuckboy who I wouldn't fuck? There aren't as many fuckboys. Lloyd in glasses is a cute boy in the series. Yeah, see, Lloyd I wouldn't, no. And Joshua, no. Nope. Now, Joshua, I'd wanna have a beer with him, but I feel like he wouldn't want to have a beer with me. Oh, boy. It's a good thing I can't show... Oh my god, Wazy, what is this? Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. I'd have to top... See, that's the thing, though, is because I'm not gay enough to bottom for him, you know what I'm saying? I'd have to top. And I don't know if he'd be into that. He seems like a... He seems like a... Almost like a dom, honestly. Anyway. Yeah, you know, how many other fuckboys are there really? I mean, there's a few twinks. So you are the dom? I would be, yeah. Ooh. Shane Bims, thank you. I did get a haircut. My hair was just getting super fucking long. And I went to Supercuts because I'm intimidated by barbers. I am. I don't like... there's like one or two neighborhood barbers within driving distance of my house, but I'm kind of intimidated by them. I don't want to go to a barber because I feel like I'd be walking into a place where, like, if they don't already know you, like, you just catch a weird vibe off of it. I mean, I don't know. I just get intimidated by stuff like that. That's why I like Supercuts, because it's like, I just want to get my hair fucking cut. I just want to sit down. I want it to be like a robot, you know? If I could sit in a chair and have a robot style my hair, I'd do that. I don't have the need for, like, the friendly neighborhood bartender. Not bartender, but barber. I respect the profession a lot, but I don't want to participate in it. I just shaved my head now. Oh, you just shave your head? Oh my goodness. I go to Supercuts because I don't do anything with my hair anyway. I just brush it and throw my head to the side real quick and let it do its thing. As you guys have seen on stream, I mix product into it, some sort of, like, what do you call it? It's a gel, whatever, and then I just comb it back. And then over the course of the day, it sort of settles forward a little bit and ends up sticking almost straight up. #1 razor. I get it done like once a year. Wait, once a year? What? You bick your head but once a year? And like, what the... So after 3 months when all of your hair is grown back, then for the next fucking 8 months, you just... You look like a hippie? I let it grow out to shoulder length and then shave it all off. Yeah, but Coco, don't you get like the hair that comes down the front or something, or does it just naturally fall back into the sides? See, if I just let my hair just grow, it eventually fall over my eyes. Like, my hair just sort of falls forward. I comb it, dude. That's what combs are for. I need to put in styling gel because my hair disobeys the comb if I don't gel it. I'm gonna go. Good job getting the cook. Good job again on the cooking, and see you around. Mr. JRPG, thank you very much for the resub, and I'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, let's talk about Konosuba. Konosuba. Konosuba was goddamn amazing. I loved it way more than I thought I was going to. If you missed the watch party yesterday, shame on you. Because it was so fucking good. Coco and Mr. JRPG, if he's still watching, Kirito, who I don't think is here, and Namander could tell you, there was one part at least where I was laughing so hard I couldn't control myself. Like, I was laughing my fucking ass off. It was just perfect. It just hit it perfectly. I was having so much fun. So much fun. What a great show. What a great fucking show. It was everything I wanted it to be. It was lighthearted, satirical, at no point took itself anywhere even near seriously. It was indulgent, well animated, fun. So you had lettuce in dedication to darkness? What's Blue got? Okay, whoops, I misclicked here. Oh, I fucking love it. Just like it hits her in the boobs. Oh my god, I was laughing so fucking hard. Because it's like, her clothes are flying. The thing that got me, the thing that made me laugh the hardest was when the crowd are all just standing there like... And she's like, oh no, they're all watching. We are watching it again next weekend. Oh, it was good. Blue, I'm so mad you couldn't be there for it. It was so much fun. But like even like the small touches, like the hi, Cosmodes, like that, those little touches, that was a lot of fun. The fact that you cannot waifu any of the girls because they're all miserable people, but also Cosma is a miserable person. It's Always Sunny. Like, it's the anime version of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where all the characters are assholes, and every scheme that they try fails and goes wrong, and all the other characters treat them like the morons that they are. It's just so good. How long my hair is now. Let me take a look. What fucking site is this? Coco, that's like a... Coco, that picture... How old are you in that picture? Are you like 23? I've seen that picture before, Coco. You serious? Like... You are using such an... You are using such an old picture. Oh my god. Hi, Cosmodes. Like, and especially because she's like mid-rant. Oh, like, also one of the funniest parts of the show so far is, so the Headless Horseman guy casts the death curse on Darkness, right? And he like gives his villain speech and turns around to leave, and Darkness sort of like gets up on one sword and she goes, I know what you're doing. You're gonna keep this curse on me unless I do everything that you say. And he turns around and he just goes, huh? Like, he doesn't even do like the dignified like nani, but he actually turns up and he goes, huh? Like, what? And then she starts going, you're gonna bend me to your will, and even though you may ravish me, you can never have my heart. And he's like sweating, and he's just like, no, it's just a death curse. Oh, and then Aqua just undoes the curse like that. Like, it sounds for a moment like they're building to, like, the call to action. Oh, the adventure begins now. And then Aqua is just like, and you're fixed. Nothing happened. That was it. There were no consequences. No one learned anything. Just so great. And then she goes back to doing party tricks because those are the only spells that she got. She spent all of her points on party tricks because all she wants to do is get drunk. And when she pukes in alleyways, she pukes a rainbow. I mean, it's so good. Every part of the show is so good. I was massively impressed. Even the stuff I expected to kind of hate. Like the fact that Kazuma's whole shtick is that he keeps stealing girls' panties. And you hear that, you're like, oh, you know, what stupid idiot anime is that, you know? But it's played to the show's strengths. That, like, he learns a steal spell, and every time he uses it, he steals panties, but he doesn't, like, want to. It just works out that way. And then he's like immediately shamed for it by all the I fucking love it. And the facial expressions. Like, it keeps cutting to the main characters and they just got an expression like that. I fucking love it. Also, we should all acknowledge that the voice actors are clearly having a fucking awesome time. Oh, they sound like they're having a great time. And Coco pointed this out at the watch party, that the show, it was very much a response to the overwhelming popularity of those like, oh, I'm in a different world, I'm in a video game world now. Those anime, I mean, how many are there? There's No Game No Life, there's Shield Hero, There's what is it? The one that's like mega popular, isekais. Yeah, there's SAO, obviously, Overlord, Log Horizon. I suppose it was like a long time ago. ReZero. It was a long time, but like Dot Hack. I guess Dot Hack would be considered one, right? At one point, the Megumin voice actress came out on stage at an event wearing a Megumin body pillow and almost falling over. That's awesome. Yeah, like, so it's parodying isekai, right? So what they do is they never miss an opportunity to find an isekai trope to, like, lead you into it. And the thing is that what makes it really great parody is that it's not too over the top. No, it was the Kazuma voice actor wearing the doing his Megumin impression. Oh, that's so great. Dot Hack was at least somewhat original for its time. Yeah, there is a show where the characters from 4 different isekai shows are sent to the same new world. Is there? Is it also like a comedy parody, or is it? That is actually funny. Characters from 4 isekai quartet. Oh my god, it's becoming recursive. But anyway, my favorite part of the show, though, is so far, on every single time that you think the show's plot is finally going to kick in. Like, the characters will be talking about, like, oh, I don't know if we're ever going to be able to beat the Demon King. And then, like, a character's like, quick, all adventurers to the front of the city! And you think, like, something important is going to happen, and they all rush there, and nothing happens. It just ends up being a big fart. You know? It's all a lead up to a joke. And that's happened twice. And the more they do that, the more I love the show for it. Like, I said it during the watch party, I almost hope there is never a fight scene. I hope every time they build to what is going to be an awesome fight scene, they just pull the rug out from under you again and again. Like, nope. That's a different show. You're watching this one. The lettuce... No, it was cabbage. At least that's what the translation said. The cabbage harvest. Yeah. Like, but yeah, when she was getting pummeled by those cabbages, and her clothes are flying off, I was belly laughing so hard. That's another thing, is the animation is super on point. Like, the animation is higher quality than even most of these actual, like, isekai shows or whatever they're called. Like, they put effort into the animation, and it's all in service of, like, stupid jokes. In my opinion, that makes it better. That's why I like the fight scene between Genos and Saitama in One Punch Man. Like, the fight scene between Genos and Saitama in One Punch Man is one of the best animated anime fights of all time. And all of it is a build-up to a joke, which is the best part of that show, which is why I love that show so much. How about them giant frogs? Oh my god. That joke, every single time I thought that joke was about to get old, they added something new to it to make it funny all over again. I love that Aqua's, like, punches and offensive abilities. She's always running in and doing, like, the move narration thing where you're like, this attack combines all of the goddess's sorrow and ambition into a singular strike, and then it just does nothing, and then she just gets eaten. It's so great. Look at Kazuma's dumb hand. What? What is that? That's got to be from an episode I haven't seen yet, because I don't know what that is. But, like, yeah, the animation is really on point. Like, the animation of the show is so good. For this derpy, stupid, joke-ridden trash anime. Where the main character... That's the thing I like most about Kazuma, is he's basically Kirito from SAO, but as he probably would be really. Like, Kirito in SAO is the hero, and he's an asshole, but he always, like, saves the day, and it turns out that he knew what was best, and he's got, even though he's an asshole, he's got secret skills, whereas Kazuma thinks he's Kiryu, or not Kiryu, but Kirito. Like, Kazuma thinks he's Kirito. Like, he's like, oh, I've played lots of RPGs, I know how to work in this world. And he's just an asshole, and he's bad at it, and he attracts losers to his team, and I fucking love it. I fucking love it. So, anyway, we're going to be watching that again this upcoming Saturday. So, a week from yesterday. So tune in for that. And hey, everybody, guess what? I've eaten my dinner. I've drank my beer. It's 7 o'clock. Boys and girls, that's the end of the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. I super appreciate it. I hope you guys all had a good time. I certainly did. I learned a lot about cooking steak. We're gonna have to take another swing at this cooking steak thing. There's no getting around it. We are going to have to take another swing at it because it did not go nearly as well as I was hoping it would. I'm pretty disappointed in what a train wreck it was, despite the fact that it ended up pretty okay. The steak tasted good at the very least. I'm concerned that I didn't have a handle on it the whole time that I was doing it. So, I think what I'm actually not doing that bad. I'm right up there. Like, you go down 3 rows on the food channels and stuff, and you basically get to me pretty quick, which is pretty awesome. Let me find someone to raid here. My Drunk Kitchen Part 2 from the Bad Luck Buddha. Wait, I feel like we raided the Bad Luck Buddha before. I feel like we've done that. I don't know who to raid. I was gonna raid one of the food and drink channels, but I don't know, maybe not. Oh, you know what we could do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hook up my homie. I'm gonna hook up my homie, because he's a cool dude, and I almost never get to do this. So check this out. Oops. Well, that'll work out the same. We're raiding Mr. JRPG. Mr. JRPG, he's a streamer, he's trying to get his name out there. He's been following my channel forever, and I never get to raid the guy, so here we are. We're raiding Mr. JRPG. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Super appreciate it. Next time we go at the steak, we'll do it right. But in the meantime, I'll catch y'all tomorrow for more of video games and stuff. Say goodnight, Dinky. Oh, the Dinky. Oh, Pearl's here too. Oh, you can't see her, but she's here. Hi, bye.